Alrighty. I was almost late. Almost late. But we did make it. Through the old live stream, put the new live stream up. How is everyone this beautiful evening? It is my Friday, so I got off late tonight, so we're doing a late live stream. Live stream, put the new live stream up. All right, I did a sound check. Everybody can hear me. And we're going back over here. We were in the middle of planting this ginormous cornfield that I have made at Missouri River Bottoms. And we're planting corn today. I had an hour and 2 minutes left, and we're going to bring the rollers down and start chasing. This is a huge planter. I got 2 of them over here running, so it doesn't take quite as long as I kind of thought it would. And as a matter of fact, I had this joker running too. I forgot he was over here. Let's get him started as well. Let's have a crew. Yeah, he's got an hour and 32 left, so it's going to be a minute. But we are underway. I got started the other day, and I ran out of time, and now we're back. Hope everybody's doing well. Missed y'all. I have a new video about to drop in the next day or two. I took the GoPro for a mow, so we will have that on here shortly. I got a little tweaking up to do with that, but it will be out. A little short 10-12 minute video of the GoPro on the mow. But now we're on the corn here. I never have added this field up to see exactly how much it is. Guess I could calculate that right now. This field that was 192, 172. That was 24. So 196 plus 96. So a couple hundred acres, 300 acres and some change. Cool. Large field, large field, large field. This is my latest creation. It took me a while to get over here and start planting this field. I had some other things to do. Had to get the weed out. I finally learned how to sell directly out of the silo here at this location, so I don't have to haul this shit if I don't want to. We are running these jokers today, and they are walking this field down. I tried to put them separated enough where they could not get each other's way, so this ain't gonna take long at all. Not gonna take long at all. I had a live stream scheduled for 8:30, and I got set down and got the computer started right at 8:30, so cut that pretty close. Even had an errand or two to run on the way home. So I've never actually driven one of these tractors. This is pretty neat. When I drove the 8000 series back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they were rumoring to do one on all tracks, and sometime later after I left the farm, they came out with all tracks, so pretty neat. Pretty neat. What's up, Ian? What's up, buddy? Hope all is well. Doing a little Insomniac farm sim here. Was a little tied up with football this past weekend, so had some sports book going and some games going. Had some cool fall weather for the patio Saturday evening, so I didn't stream Saturday evening. Had some decent football games going, so yeah. How you doing? Doing good? Hopefully. I think I'm gonna have enough corn seed to finish this field. These two planters should cover this easily. I planted beans with these planters last fall, last spring in this map, and we put out quite a few more soybeans than we do corn. What's up, son? Southern Juju in the house. If you're watching my stream right now and you see Ian Goes Civ or Southern Juju, go follow those guys. Support their channel also. Good dudes. Everybody like me, they like to have fun. We're not here for the millionaire fame and fortune. We're just here to have some fun. If the millionaire fame and fortune comes, so be it. I'll check on my bean thing over here. I forgot I got this. I got an actual massive planting going on at the moment. This roller's gonna have plenty to do by the time I get done with all this, so yeah. Yeah, if we just, like, if I sit on here and do live stream one night and just accidentally get 1,000 subscribers with 3,000 hours of watch time or whatever it is, so be it. But I don't know if I can handle all that. That's a lot of headache, a lot of stress. So if you ever start that, you got to keep that going, you know. I'm just glad I never won Publishers Clearinghouse and had my payment set up on $5,000 a week and they went bankrupt. So. Y'all guys got anything going on tonight? I have been MIA on YouTube. I've been lurking. I come cut YouTube on before I go to get my recliner, and I fall asleep on all kind of stuff. So I've heard all kind of crap in my sleep because I was using the soothing sounds of OCRP or the Trilogy or Rusty Money Gaming, whatever I could find that night to keep me to put me to sleep. I think I made a live stream one night and just put the soothing sounds of farming to help you sleep, just because it was that boring, me sitting here playing this game. Maybe I could pass it on to somebody else and help them sleep too. You know what I have not gotten back yet? I disabled my window for auto drive and it will not come back up. I don't know what auto drive is just gone on my computer. Courseplay popped back up, but auto drive is not. I had to work on that when I'm not on live stream. I got you, man. I guess I totally understand. I had that. I actually came upstairs to my man cave multiple times the past week or so when I was going to log in and do this, that, and other. I didn't log nothing. I logged in my recliner, and like I said, I was lurking on whatever you guys were doing. If y'all, some of you guys were live, I gave y'all some watch hours. I gave Rusty Money and FS Club and FS Farmer some watch hours too. So and this was early. I got up one night, the sun was still up, and it didn't get dark here till about like 7:30, 7:45, and I was already in the recliner covered up. Yep. I'll be 47 next month. I can't complain. I do pretty good, but when it's time to go to bed, it's just time to go to bed. 5:00 comes, 5:30 comes real early in the morning. Man, I would have loved to have this set up back in the late 90s. Shit. Especially after we got the auto drive, the auto tracks, green machine. This is going to be quite a bit of corn here. 300 plus acres. Like 380 something, I think, in this one block. Now I do have some time off tomorrow. I may live stream again tomorrow night because I've got to go. I've got a few errands to run tomorrow, and I got to turn around, and I don't have anything to do after about 4 o'clock. So there might be another live stream tomorrow night, just to continue the pattern here. I finally got to 280 subscribers with a couple of shorts I put out, and I like having my people here, you know, laughing and joking and giggling. He's making pretty good time over here too. I did my smaller planter so I could plant this little triangle looking field up here. On FS22, this was just a basic map, so you didn't have all this crap. Hey, thanks a lot, buddy. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate that. I hadn't had, like I said, activity has been kind of low on me. I made a point to do some shorts the other day, just to keep some activity going. I had one live stream the other night with a few visits and a few views, I think. But if you're not here every day, it's really tough. And I just don't always have time, especially when football season gets here. I have, between football season, church, and work, it is not much time to get on live stream. Well, I guess I could, but I'd miss my patio time out here. There was a cool breeze blowing the other night. I had to have that patio time for sure. Hell, 51 minutes left. This ain't gonna take long over here. Man, no. They're almost in the short rows. Shit. I want to start a roller, but I really can't till they get done. Where is my truck with the... Can you clip anything off this stream on mine? Are you able to clip anything? Because it shows I've, like... I know, well, it may show I can clip anything, but I don't be able to find them after the fact, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Because I think you could clip, but you can't find them after the fact. That's what you told me. Where's my damn... There it is. Boy. Yeah, I see. Well, I see I can clip stuff, but I had to go back in here and find where they are, I guess, and make shorts out of them. But yeah, I think you could clip, but you just can't find them after the fact. Yeah. Maybe it's probation. Are you on probation? A little PO there. That's odd. That's real odd. Yeah, good luck getting, like I said, good. I think I said that last week. Good luck getting help with that. But that's a frustration, especially if you've been doing it. Like I wouldn't know if I didn't do a lot of clips, but I'm the idiot that goes back and just finds stuff in my videos to try to remember the time that I was there. I wished I could find. I've got to go back over and find out how to cut this auto drive on. I can't run seed or anything. Oh man, I tell you what, I had a YouTube video that I made on CapCut, and I always hit the copyright button to let it scan. Tells you no issues, and after I post that video, it wants to holler out copyright. And now we're frozen. Game froze up. Hope y'all still with me. Let's go to settings. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find where my auto drive window went. That should be it right there though. Why'd all this stuff stop all of a sudden? Did I really do that bad?
No, it's not.
I did do that bad. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know, because I can't find my auto drive anywhere. Nowhere. I don't know, maybe it needs to update. We don't have much left over here. I think my daughter came in and cut the air off while I was messing around. Be right back. That cooled down quick. Gotta skip. Got a lot of skips over here. Son. I left a lot of skips right there. I left a lot of skips messing with that auto drive. Okay, I'll come back and fix them. I have to come back and fix all that. It's not that bad. I know where they are. So I got a couple in the bean field. Whatever. That's like realistic as it gets right there. He's up here in the top corner of this field already. Hammer down. Hammer down. I had to fix auto drive when I'm not on live stream, so. I'll definitely get done with this field with the corn I got in the planters. This is where I won't get done. He's got about half full of beans and he is not half done. Making progress though. So that's where I posted. I cleaned this area up a few months ago. Took all the trees out, leveled it up some. Made one gigantic field. I made that field just to the across the ditch up there. I made it. That was 2 fields. I made it 1. I didn't go all out with this side. The other side of the road, I conjoined all those. I think they could cover all this pretty quickly if I had all these together too. They probably 2.5 hours, maybe. This is still one of my most favorite maps. So I have spent a long time on Missouri River bottoms. This is a good map. I've been watching Bink's farm. He's got a couple of great maps. A lot of space. He's going to do a lot of acres. I wish this equipment wouldn't cut like that. Vacuum would normally just keep running. You would not shut that thing off. Which it shuts everything off when it turns around. They got a few acres of headlands on this field. The soothing sounds of corn planting to help you sleep. That's why I left them spaced out. That's going to work out perfectly. Because he would have plowed into him if he'd have been following him too closely. If he'd get his ass out of the way. Turn, 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 turn. I didn't bring the dirt wagons over and fix this dip right here. Left a drain. Kind of wished it would do like real rows, but Hey man, no worries. Yeah, I do it all the time and wake up and um, think I'm driving a tractor. I try to keep it down a little bit. That little planter vacuum though will sing you to sleep though. When it's squealing like this right here, it puts me to sleep every time. Yeah, the truck simulator, if you got those pipes set just right, man, it just no way to you can't beat that sleep unless you're holding the steering wheel. We see that on dash cams all the time, you know. Good sleep right across the median. Don't get some rest, dude. Thanks for stopping by. If you're finna go now, I understand. I don't know how long this live stream is actually gonna last tonight. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I may go for a little while. I'll be okay with the planters. I get those rollers started, I'll be done. I just be knocked out over here. Oh, who the hell I told him to leave his field like this? All right, dude. Appreciate it. I always, I like the watch hours, man. I appreciate that. And thanks for stopping by. And as always, you know I'll definitely return the favor. Up in that hole now. Yeah. That's a great idea. Let's just take this expensive ass planter off in the ditch. Great. Thank you. Hope you know how to weld. Yep, he's in the short rows now. It's fixing to slow down just a little bit. Let me go over here and check on the bean thing. Maybe today. And they have walked across this field. Shit. They went across this field so quick. I guess I'm just used to having one planter. I'm not used to running both these in the same field. So. And it's still got 30 minutes. That's a lot of that is headlands. So. If y'all hear me chewing, I got a honey and peanut butter Uncrustable. These things are gold. Literally gold. It's almost the same color. Fun times. I'm hoping this planter stays ahead enough where he can get out of this hole when he's doing headlands to stay out of the tractor's way. I don't feel like driving one if I don't have to. I will. But snapshot. I tried to hide those bins right there. They would not let me do anything with them, so we just got some free bins when I acquired this land here. Wonder how hard it would be to own this whole map. Own the map challenge. That'd be rough. I don't have enough storage for one. Guess I could make storage. Y'all have a great day. Yep. They actually caught up over pretty quick. I can run a pretty tight formation here in a second. You separate these two tractors. First time I've ever ran them together. Let's go check on the bean one, the bean drill. He ain't gonna have enough to finish this field. I had to bring him some seed here shortly. He'll probably get pretty close to getting done, and he'll be needing seed. I kind of thought that rig would cover more ground, but it puts a lot of soybeans out. Depending on, let's see how much seed they're actually putting out. Yeah, that's not quite as much in these areas, but yeah. I could drive that tractor. That'd be doable. That would be doable. We could do it. So I recently went over from OBS to Streamlabs. I have not put my camera on here yet, so I was doing like a piece of my face in the video, but we're not going to do face for a little while. Just getting used to this stream. And within the next 5 to 7 days, I have another monitor here, so I'll be able to do a proper live stream. What we're supposed to do. Super duper live stream. We can make a short of that tomorrow. An unnecessary short. What that was all about. Some bullshit. This is really gonna be fun. I take that back. It's gonna be a logistical nightmare to harvest this field. Depending on what to change unloading points. Because I seriously doubt auto drive is going to bring, I don't know, it might, I don't know. They gave this field a fit before I expanded it, and I just thought about that when I was planting it. Course play carts will do it. But I always use auto, ugh. I guess we'll find out soon. He's about to start headlands here in a second. Exciting. Said nobody ever. Let's go with Insomniac. Yeah, there we go. That's catchy. Yep, there we go. Headlands. Or trimming the ends, as I used to say it. We do no damn headlands down here in Mississippi. Go up there on the headland. What? The what? Who? What'd you call me? I have to watch him now because we're going to get close quarters here. This is what I was afraid was going to happen. It depends on how bad he gets hung up on these corners. And you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just hold him up right here. Let this other tractor clear the way. Yeah. Wonder if this tractor's got a shear bolt in that planter anywhere. Yeah, he's taking his time, and he's gonna take his time right there as well. I had to put a road going back through to the farm from this way and cross back over into the farm right through here instead of running all the way around there. He put that whole, oh my God. Y'all will see what I'm doing here in just a minute. I did not feel like untangling tractors on live stream. And they might not have done it, but I didn't feel like it either way. That actually went better than I thought it would so far. Watch him turn around and drive off in the ditch since I said that. The grain carts on course play and auto drive love the ditches on this map. Absolutely love them. They will get a load of corn and just drive off in the ditch. A load of wheat, headed for the ditch. Beans, headed for the ditch. All right, we're about to be bueno. All right, let's kick it. Let's kick it. That was a song, wasn't it? Wasn't it Vanilla Ice or somebody? Ice Ice Baby. I'm a whole book of useful knowledge sometimes. It's really bad when you crack your own self up. We are rolling over here. We're 20 minutes left. I'm gonna start that roller after they trim that west end of this field. Had to think about which way was up. I heard Jeremy spoke in class today too. Let's go back over here and see. Let's cut this off. That's just too much red. I don't think he will get done with the amount of soya beans he's got. Just trying to get as much done as I can at one time. We got a lot of ground to cover here. Whole lot of ground to cover with a couple of planters. So, hey, Majors. So far, so good. I can always say that if I'm, it's going really good if I'm not cussing. I have kept it to a minimum on this live stream, so hey, no worries, man. We're trimming the ends on this major mega super duper field I built. So hope all is well with you, man. The planting is going okay. Just hope the harvest goes as well. You know. Yeah, I was when I first went live earlier. I was talking about how busy I've been as well. So like end of the month of August, car dealership life. You know, and then football season started. NFL, the NCAA, sports book started. Churches kept me busy. So I hadn't done much live streaming at all. A couple of reels, a couple of shorts, something like that. But that's that's about it. But yeah, we're back tonight. I got off a little later than I thought I was going to do. I barely made my 8:30 stage time, but we're here. We're just laying the corn and the soybeans out right now. I really mistreated my farms here. I try to keep the cussing to a limit anyway. It doesn't help anybody but me, I think. Even y'all might find it funny though. I don't know. We got about 14 minutes before I start the. I'm gonna put the roller in this field. It's already parked on the side waiting. If it was a 90-foot roller, I'd start, but I fell behind, dude. I look, Majors. I got on here live streaming the other night, and I was lost as I could be on this map. I had been to Alma, and I had been playing. I just hadn't been on much at all. If I did, I jumped back on Alma when they said the update when I did a new save game. So I started back over there for a minute. I came back over here and had to sit there and think about what I was doing. I had 18 wheelers halfway to the rail yard to dump, and I had stuff everywhere. So I finally got it all wrapped around and got started again. So. Man, yeah, it depends on what you work on, especially too. Yeah, I work at a dealership. It's like a requirement to cuss. It's really fun when you're working on something and you put it all back together, then find a part missing, or you still got a part left. Well, I take the what was it? Patrick Swayze was in the bar. It's like be nice. I started out with the being nice stuff. I'm like 6'6" and like 300 pounds. I started out trying to be nice, but if you don't appreciate nice, I'm going to lay into your ass. So. But yeah, I had to. I didn't. I was as lost as I could on this. I was lost as hell on this map. And I had this ground. Most of my ground was already prepped. I went back and did some fertilizing, a little lineman, but I was lost, and I skipped a couple months so I could start planting. So it was boring sitting there watching me just tool around with some lime and some fertilizer. Yeah, corn's going fine. I got these two big wide ass planters planting corn, and then we're over here with in another huge field with the soybean machine. He's almost out of seed. I don't think he's gonna make it, but he has covered some ground. He's almost finished this back corner over here too. Pretty neat. Yeah, pretty easy, man. Yeah, pretty easy. I probably wore myself out a little bit when I was on vacation a few months ago because I played every day. So it probably did me good to take a little break, you know. So yeah, that was a game field. I made this. I joined all these fields together. That is one big field right there now. And then I made this big field right here and made that big field here. So yeah, I've got some stuff I could just spread out and go. Good job, Mike. Welcome in, Mike. Thanks for sharing with us, bud. You know, when I started planting this field last live stream, it only said I think an hour and a half with both of these 90-foot planters running. I'm pretty sure it would take a little bit longer than that in real life. This is almost 400 acres, so I've done 400 acres in a day's time when I was running a hipper rolling up for cotton ground, but I was hauling ass and I wouldn't have to stop to fill up with. You guys need some toilet paper or some, or what you call it, toilet paper or some uh, Pepto. Hey, hit that like button while y'all are shitting yourselves. No, I got both of them hooked to course play majors. Dude wipes. Good old dude wipes. Now this is both course play. They're both on there. I just got them trimmed out to do, a two machine course. So, but hey, that's bougie. I've never had the bidet experience. I never have. I've traveled to a bunch of foreign countries and everything else. I've never had the bidet experience. So, heard you do the same thing with a water pick for you for your teeth. It was I want to say it was like an hour and 45 minutes is what both of their clocks were showing. So, hour and 45 was what this ran. 400 acres. I would have been 3.5 hours with just one. Yeah, I don't know about the bidets there. Sorry. Not really my style coming from the country. Sorry. You guys are hilarious. I got to go back and get these skips too. I had an issue with there. Yeah, if I go back on that last live stream, I can tell you exactly. Um, I started probably about halfway through that last live I did, and I want to say it was an hour and upper 30s, hour and 45 minutes. It was not that bad. Um, one would have doubled one. Just using one would have doubled it. I used to think this was fast right here. This used to be my go-to for wide and big. Oh, I gotta have this big. This ain't shit compared to them other two over there running. So this is primitive weapon season right here, but it does cover a lot of ground. But he's taking that field down pretty good. But these two rigs right here, these DB90s or whatever they call them, these things they're slick. I used to run the smaller planters on this when it was before I started running the 4X version of this map. Yeah, this runs better than the other drill, the Borgalt. This one, no, the Seed Hog. This one pulls better than Seed Hog does. I will give it that much. The Seed Hog is a slower machine than this one is, pulling behind the 715. I used to run the John Deere version. Hopefully Custom Modding comes back out with that very soon. I've seen on their Patreon where they were. But yeah, this is pretty slick. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty slick. But these things right here, this is the way to go though. I don't mind running a 4X map with this. Did Poopy and Poopy 2 get out of here? Where'd they go? I always appreciate the laugh no matter what it was. That was hilarious. That's why I'm here to have fun, so I definitely got to laugh at all that crap. I know Custom Modding came out with a seed cart, but I have not seen the seeder. And I need to go back and look through all their release stuff. And I think they got some stuff stuck in testing still too. I do like the tracks, but this thing seems to move better to me. I don't know. They don't look as. This looks like it's moving better. I wish you could put some weights on the front of the 715. Some more weights, but they got this new design, so all the weights are hanging out the side right there. So I do have one of them. I've got a track version of the machine. I've got this track one here, and it's okay. I got one. I got a couple of I got a bunch of shit I don't need. This is one of them right here. This is 1400 horsepower. So talking about not needing shit, that's something I definitely bought that I don't need. So it does great with grain carts. I will pull a roller with that joker too. So and it might just be me on that deal. I just that those tires seem to move better to me, and I don't know. It may be me. I use both of them. I had that quad track hooked to the. I run it on grain carts and I run everything. Yeah, that 1400 horsepower Magnum does like 103 miles an hour. So yeah, that's ridiculous, but it's pretty cool too at the same time. So it'll pull shit out of roller. Where's my thing at? Let me go over here and I'm ready to start this roller in this field and get that started. That's going to be a long process. And glad you're here so you can see how long the rolling is going to take on this field when I get started too. So. If he makes it, it's going to be a miracle. I don't think he's going to make it. So let's go here. I can almost start. Once he passes here, once he passes this tractor, I'm going to start. I've got the Dalbo rollers. I've got the Dalbos. He's sitting there waiting on the side, as a matter of fact. So I got the big ones. The 14, 15 mile an hour roller. So he'll cover some ground. I haven't ran these in tandem yet, so I've got one of these that turns to a mulcher too, so I can cover all this ground. Oh man, that smaller roller, I'd probably cut this thing on and leave it on all night while it rolled itself. I got the one I can go change to a mulcher that's got the same frame. That's what I had on the FS22. I really missed it, so. Let him get by real quick. They're almost done. Dude, they're. I used to have a little small roller on the FS22. I pulled it with a 7810. Really, they're doing something. I used to play FS22 on console, so I didn't know what a mod was or mod hub was. You're talking about some boring stuff. I didn't know you go in the house and go to sleep. I did too. I had a little small roller. That was a Dalbo. It had a small fold on it, and it didn't pull but like 7 miles an hour. I think it was a slow roller. I go play that game on console in Elmwood. Man, you talking about just, I didn't know you could go in the house and go to sleep. I just kept playing. I'd go mow, and I learned how to go to home and go to sleep. I thought, oh man, this is cool. I can do something. Then I got a computer and started playing with mods. It was over with. So I have been ruined ever since. Get out of the damn ditch. But the bad thing is, I used to play this regular version of this map. I played the FS22 Missouri River Bottoms was just a regular map. 1X, I guess they call it. I downloaded this one and was running the small equipment and was wondering what was taking me so damn long to get across these fields. And then I realized it was a 4X map. I didn't realize how much bigger a 4X map was. So now we just got all this big shit. He ain't gonna get finished. I don't want to fill him up again, but I'm gonna have to. See, that's a big wheat field right there. All these fields are wheat. I got a lot of wheat. Got a ton of wheat. Let's do it. Man, I'd get cussed out if I was driving a tractor back in the day and I backed that $500,000 planter off in a ditch to get lined up straight. Man, I had no idea. Man, I came up here and I had two S790. No, I had two S7 900s running like 40-foot headers. Like, man, what is taking so long to pull this corn? And I realized what was going on. Oh, don't do this shit. It's gonna take him a long time to roll this though. He actually took the same angle they did though. That's cool. Alrighty. Needs to be refilled. Are you serious? Oh my god. How? Well, let me drive this damn thing up here and... No, I'm not either. I got a truck up here. I'm gonna get this truck and fill this thing up with fertilizer. I'll drive it myself. Damn it. Let's go check on this tractor real quick, see how long it's gonna take. 2 hours and 42 minutes, so I nailed it. 2 hours and 42 to roll this ginormous field, so. And that's about right. That's what I figured. I thought this tractor was one that's gonna need filling up first. Hell, he's still rolling. Alright. This is not what I wanted to do. This is not what I was planning on doing. I'm just wondering why he ran out of fertilizer and the other one didn't though. But the other one, I said, I thought the other tractor would have been done, would have been out of seed by now, but nope. Now I know when I was driving tractors, if I went to a 200-300 acre field, I knew I was going to spend most of the day there. So that's not bad. You're right, it's not that bad. You're getting paid by the hour anyway back in the farm days, so it didn't matter. As long as the cold air worked, brought me lunch. I do. Precision Farm is running, so. I do have it. I like precision farming. I like to see what's going on really. You know, if I'm out here cutting, harvesting wheat, corn, whatever, I want to know how good I'm doing. That's just me personally. I remember the first time I ran a combine with Green Star, it was the neatest thing ever. Yeah. See a little yield mapping. I did not feel like coming down here with this truck. Did not feel like bringing this truck down here. Let's get done. I started taking to the shop. Tell you what, there was nothing like it, to be truthful. There was nothing like running farm equipment smelling diesel burn. Now of course you had to start out on a shovel and in a grain bin with a broom and stuff, but Once you worked your way up and got to running farm equipment, there was nothing like it. I liked to play in dirt when I was a little boy, so I used to love tractors and stuff. It was perfect. And now if I get dirty, I prefer not to get dirty if I don't have to, but I will. So I go there and mow the yard and just be nasty and dirty. My wife, won't you call somebody to fix this? I got it. I got it. It was fun times for sure. You learned a lot. I learned a whole lot on the farm. I learned some life skills I could take anywhere with me. Even when I was in law enforcement, the farm stuff really helped me out doing just little simple things like changing tires and boosting off cars, breaking in cars. But that's something I couldn't. That takes a special person there too. Oil and gas. That takes a special breed of human being. Promise you. Man, I know some tough people that left some tough jobs to go work in oil and gas. They brought their ass back to the tough job they had. I already know, dude. I already know. I don't care if you was on the water or in the oil field. Yeah. I know some guys that work for the pipelines that come through here, and they started out doing in the holes with the pipes and stuff, and I'd rather not. I'd rather not. It's still some good stuff you can use along the way, though. You absolutely can. We gotta go back and fill up real quick. And what I did on the farm, hoeing rice fields and stuff, that was just it, People just did that. And you had to go to the grain bins, and that sucked. It was always hot down here. Always a million degrees outside. I lost a lot of weight too. That first year on the farm, man, they worked the shit out of me. 15 years old, and they got the best of me. Yeah, the grain bins. Grain bins are rough. Summertime. Rice field shoveling mud, standing in 6 to 8 inch water with snakes at 100 degrees. Yes, I'm out. I did it for a long time, and I'm all the way out. But like I said, I learned a lot. Learned a lot. And I got where I could run anything and drive anything, and do anything. I could drive these trucks. I used to drive trucks, and I hated driving trucks. I love it now, but it was when I was a kid. I didn't want to do it. Scared to death. We had some old ragged ass trucks too, so we had old Mac, looked like the one that Farmer Grace drives, but it had a tarp strap holding the door closed and shit like that. Had one headlight. Yeah, really. That's a lot of fun though. You gotta admit you learned something and enjoyed yourself. You had to, you know. Made the best of it. And if I needed a job and couldn't find a job, I'd go drive something, you know, whatever. I don't know what this dude is doing. I don't think he knows either. I would definitely go back and drive if I needed to go drive. So for my family, I'd go drive. Oh, and I thought about going to truck driving school a time or two, but I'd hate to know I've been driving trucks before and I had to go to school for it. But I would if I had to. Since the YouTube career is probably not going to pay me the million I'm looking for, so. Good Lord, this thing's slow. There we go. Now we're loading some seed. And I got a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old at home. It'd be tough. It would be tough. So, but I like being home every night. I wouldn't better play Farm Simulator with you guys. Yeah, welcome everybody, for sure. I'm not paying attention right now, so I appreciate that, Majors, for watching, because I'm not. I'm trying to dump fertilizer here. That's seed, that's not fertilizer. No wonder. A pretty good stream going right now. Thanks everybody for watching. I get to doing other things and not paying attention, so I'm just gonna top it all off while I'm over here. So that son of a gun took every bit of my damn seed. Every bit of it. Sheesh. We ought to get done now. He should get done now. So. Man, that thing took every bit of it. I mean, he literally took. I had filled this. Well, I didn't quite fill it up, but it took almost 20,000 liters. That's a decent sized truckload for sure. Y'all got me staying up late. This guy's we're still rolling. He's gonna be mad at me. 2.5 hours of rolling. Right. Say hello, guys. We'd like to know you. At least hit the like button. Hit the good old like button. Hey, no worries. I've been called a lot worse. Pretty sure I get called asshole farms every once in a while. No big deal. If they know me, they won't think anything about it. My mom actually messed that name up almost 47 years ago. I used to drive old 87 International Eagle that reminds me of this truck. Banks Farm made that whole big thing one field. It took all those like 4 fields right there and made it one big field. Oh man, I just realized I left this trailer over here from hauling corn. I had 3 combines or 4 combines in this field last year fall, and I had brought an extra trailer over that I didn't need, and it's still sitting there. Man, that's up. Still sitting there. I'm trying to hang with y'all. I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm trying to hang in there. I'm off work tomorrow, so I don't really have anything to do. But If you notice I get quiet, I'm starting to get sleepy. Yep, I've got a couple of TranStars, and I got one up under the shed right there. If you see it to the right, it reminds me of a Mack cab over I used to drive, late '70 model. Yeah, that shit's been sitting there for a minute, and I had four machines out here running, crazy. We were walking down some corn, but we couldn't keep up. I went and bought another AF11. I think I put it here with them. Had four AF11s running. I'm gonna finish a couple of duties here, then probably see y'all later. Yeah, the four AF11s with the 50 foot. Um, I brought a. I had four corn headers over here, the widest corn headers I could get, and I had every grain card I could put in here, and every grain card. I had it all over here. Had my course plate set up, auto drive set up. Turned out the corn wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. So I got to let it slide pretty quick. I actually went over and started harvesting soybeans, I believe. I appreciate that too, because I'm just like I said, I don't have any overlays, or I think I have one or two scenes I can make a new subscriber alert. But I'm simple, man. I just get on here and just have some fun, chit chat, talk about some crap, have a good laugh, you know. Yeah, maybe maybe better luck next time. Come on now. Now that was the first year I had corn on that field, and the next time it's gonna kill me probably. I'm gonna try to run 5 machines next time. See how bad I can treat my CPU. And I hate it when I do that. Like I get all my stuff set up, and it's gonna be some great yields. And I even went and built another set of grain bins. Like I'll never be able to keep up. I didn't fill up nothing. No, I was trying my best to. I had course plate running, had grain carts, I had everything, trucks, I had it going on. You said I had every double trailer I had. And that big spot right there behind that shed, I had another set of bins right there with the auto drive course uh, running to it. You know, just in case I got balled up, I didn't get nowhere close. Real big disappointment, but I still paid the bills now, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't overload my ass, which is a good thing. So. Go that damn plane. All right. That went well. Yeah, I had the 4AF11s, and they actually, um, that stuff did a good job, but, oh, it was. Now, they got over and got balled up, and I had to, combines number 2, 3, and 4 would convoy. Between 1 and 2, they would not. So I had to keeping if that number 1 machine got full, I had to keep stopping the other ones. So it became a pain in the ass. It really did. I had to update my course play to make it work right. I think this is all my beans right here. This is going to be beans this year. But I mainly like to do harvesting. I love to get a brand new map and just build my auto drive courses and go harvest. Most of my videos are harvesting. That's what I mainly like doing. I have very few planting videos, have very few field work videos. I got a few plowing and a few hauling videos, but most of my stuff is harvesting. So that used to be my favorite thing to do on the farm anyway. So. Let's see how slick. I bet I can't be that slick. I bet I ain't. I like doing soybeans. I love doing soybeans. I like any kind of like a high yielding grain. It's cool. I I don't mind wheat either. I like doing wheat. Wheat's cool. Corn is fine. I was kind of happy when I had rice on this game. My Della Plain Arkansas maps are rice. My Della Plain videos are all rice. So that's cool. I love doing that. I loved harvesting rice when I was on the combine. Because I like to harvest anything that you dump a lot. You know, if you're hauling ass, or if you're not, it just keeps you busy during the day. If you're dumping a lot, putting some stuff through the combine. yeah, all of my if you have any questions about rice harvesting, my Delaplane, I actually found some 9600s, John Deere 9600s, which were last produced in '97, with some Shelburne Reynolds stripper headers that I used to actually run, and I harvested rice on that map. So it was pretty cool. Brought back some good memories. Oh shit! That's why we stay off the airstrip. But I took those combines and slowed them down to like 4 miles an hour, and let them eat. Which that was way too fast in rice most of the time, unless it was real dry. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody's here. Yeah, that plane will scare the shit out of you, man. It's on a loop. This is actually, um, if you look, I found this map on Google Earth or Google Maps, and I found this cross section here, and I can go to. This is an airstrip actually. On this map, this is an airstrip right here, and this is just a road. Yeah, rice is if I was cutting rice at 4 miles an hour, it was really dry rice. When you first start cutting and it's 18% moisture, you're 2.5, 3 miles an hour. I got some videos when I was driving a combine back in '11 of me probably running about 2.5 or so with a 30-foot header cutting rice. We were just starting that morning, so. But you had to that dew be on that rice leaf and take it either that 9870 STS for a little while until you got it slicked up and got the straw good and dry that you could walk a little bit harder. But 3.5 was probably all of it. That was a lot of straw going through the machine. He's almost done here too. I think this is gonna be. I'm gonna drive this one back to the. I'm gonna cross the road with him. I'm gonna let him go over across the road and plant beans. I need to plant some more corn. I'm not planting enough corn. I'll go across the road. That's fine. Beans are my cash crop though. Beans are high dollar, high holler. Yes, the only map I know has got a crop duster flying through it. Looks like an air tractor. I don't know which model it is, but it looks like an air tractor to me. What am I going to hook to the next roller? There it is. He'll get there quick. All right, bud. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you stopping by as always. It's been a while. I'll catch you much later, but I'll be on tomorrow night maybe if I see you on or whatever. Just feel free to stop by anytime, man. Thanks again. Thanks for helping me keep me going here. Always a pleasure, man. I won't be far behind you for sure. I'm gonna spot this roller and get him started and probably go to bed. Oh shit. Yeah, he said I need to go to bed. I'm running over shit, so. That's gonna take a minute. I'm gonna get him started and I'm probably gonna kill it. Probably call it a night, y'all. No, I can't right now, anybody on. So let's do it. Let's do it.